So I've just watched Lightyear on Disney Plus. I was going to go to see it in the cinemas when it came out in June, but I was really busy at the time. And what do you know? It was a flop and it's here on streaming already. So what did I think of it? It was all right. It's pretty solid. I'm not entirely sure why it did flop. Maybe they should have released it later on, like during the 6 week holidays for the kids and that. But yeah, it's a decent comedy space adventure. It was a bit like Police Academy, specifically Citizens on Patrol, but in space. And it was, yeah, all right. I mean, there was a lot of references to the character, things he does and says, which you hear in the Toy Story movies, which you hear here. And I kind of weirdly think this movie necessarily might not have been for kids, but for older fans who would get all those lines and references to Buzz, like the whole one where he's looking out onto the horizon and it's POV shot and you can see the reflection in the helmet, stuff like that. That's Toy Story. I know that. The stuff where he does a front flip and it's like, oh, that's the same kind of front flip that he does in Toy Story as well. So it was all just like me just going, I know all these Buzz Lightyear references. But yeah, it was decent. It was a bit corny. It had a whole message of trusting others and, they might not have all the skills, but they can get past not having the skills and improve and da da da. So it was all that schmushy kind of stuff. And yeah, it was fine. The best of Pixar? No, definitely not. It did have kind of like an emotional angle, but not the best one. It wasn't like Luca or Soul or Inside Out. And I feel like recent Pixar has kind of lacked that heart. I think the same thing about Turning Red as well. I thought it was good, but it kind of lacked a certain heart that I expect a Pixar movie to have. So it's kind of worth seeing if you just want like a decent adventure, but this is not the best of the best of Pixar.